Right, guys, we are back for the second half, and right now it's Tottenham who are leading 1-0 to Manchester United in this Europa League 2025 final, and it looks like Manchester United have just won a free kick. So let's see what can they do. Cross comes in once again. Tottenham trying to defend it, kept out by Tottenham. It's Luke Shaw, Mazarawi, Luke Shaw right now. An offside flag being raised. Romero once again with his theatrics. Right now, Nana with the ball, being pressured once again goes long. It's looking quite threatening for Manchester United in order to do something over here. Let's see if they can get some pressure on Tottenham. So far, we haven't seen any evidence where they would be creating this extra pressure, but let's see if this can go somewhere. And right now, once again, ball comes in. United will have to create really something special, and I think Amorim will have to make some changes in the next 5 minutes if things don't change. I think it will be Mason Mount will be coming off, and you will have to bring on the likes of Kobe Mainu, Garnacho, and we might see an evidence where Hoyland and Xerxes playing up front. So in that case, I don't know who's going to come off from that perspective. If Ahmad is being taken off, then the creativity goes out, and which I don't think so should be done. So the only player that I can think can come off is Mason Mount, and the other one is Luke Shaw. So what that means is Harry Maguire and Lenny Yoro go into playing as a back four, and then you bring in Kobe Mainu, Casemiro, and Bruno can go up front and help the likes of Xerxes as well as Garnacho. That's what I think right now should be the case for United. But even at this very moment, we can see the evidence is quite clear. It's most probable that we can see that this formation is little bit not working in towards what Tottenham have applied right now. Tottenham are playing with a little bit defensive posture, and they're not playing with that high line. And that is what United, I think they've been caught by that. So Tottenham have basically changed their tactics, and Manchester United right now, they're trying to do with some combinations, but it's not being that much effective. So I think the change in personnel might be underway in next 2 3 minutes, because I think Amarim, I don't think so. He should be wasting much more time with this kind of formation because it's not bringing out anything from United perspective, and it's a case of what can United do from here onwards. So looking at this formation, yeah, you can see clearly that Amad Diallo is being asked to play almost as a right back, and Mazraoui is being forced to push in as a centre back. So that changed the dynamics of the whole team. And I know without the ball, you're supposed to do those kind of things, but you need to expand a little. You need to put extra men in those circle because Hoyland is by himself, and the only support that he's got is Mason Mount. And once again, a foul being made, and it'll be a free kick, or is it going to be a throw in? So let's see what will happen. Once again, guys, please do subscribe. Please do press the like button as well. And keep on giving your votes in the poll. There is a poll running right now. If you're a Spurs fan, please press Tottenham. If you are a United fan, please press Manchester United. We want to see who is supporting who. That is what we would love to find out, guys. Please keep on giving your votes. I want this poll to go up. So if you're tuning in, keep on giving your votes in the poll. Right now, Lenny Euro with the ball, pushing that ball forward into Mazraoui. Mazraoui taking this ball forward. And once again, he's coming in. Let's see what can he do. Puts a cross in. Into was Drogu. And it was pushed out by the Tottenham defender. It was Poro. And the ball goes out for another throw in for United. And let's see what can United do 55 minutes in. This is going to be quite interesting. And once again, it is Lenny Yoro trying to chase the ball back. We are coming towards the 55th minute mark. I think this is the time when Amrim needs to make a change because if he keeps on waiting and he waits for the 60th minute mark, it'll be too late. I think if he wants to make a change, he needs to do it right now because if he keeps on playing with these kind of formation, it's not going to bring results, guys. I mean, trust me, United, they had like four chances, and out of those four chances, only two of them were close, but they were not those easy chances. So, in order to put extra dimension, that was a good cross, but kept out by Udogi. Amad Diallo loses the ball from Richarlison of all people, but Richarlison is playing good today, guys. I mean, he does all that theatrics, it comes with a package, but if you have to look him as a big game player, he has taken the responsibility and he is creating that kind of trouble on that left side of the pitch alongside Udogi, which is pretty new in terms of we're not basically accustomed to see Richarlison playing in that role. And once again, the ball goes out and it'll be a throw in for Udogi. I think the last touch came off Udogi, but Amad Diallo is complaining to the ref over there. And right, a throw in about to come in for Udogi. 57th minute is the minute right now where we're in. So let's see where will this go. It's going to be quite interesting and really nice to see what can United Day do from here onwards. It's going to be really interesting and exciting. So once again, I mean, both of these clubs, 16th, 17th, respectively, in their league, whereas it's a big game for both of the clubs. I mean, if Tottenham win, they will win a big trophy after how many years? I think that's 2008 when they last won the League Cup. And that comes up around 12 plus 5, that's 17 years gap, and winning a European trophy, not bad for Tottenham. Then, if you look from United perspective, financially they're not doing good. If they miss out on the European competition, I mean, it's going to be a huge loss, and we might see some stars being sold. So huge 30 minutes for both of the clubs' perspectives, and I think that thing might be coming into the heads of the officials, but not in the players. And Bruno Fernandes, and almost a fumble by the Tottenham defense. A cross comes in from Bruno from the right hand side of the pitch. It was Lenny Yoro who apparently had a connection, but if not for Vicario, that would have been gone in. And Lenny Yoro was so close to put that ball in the back of the net. When you look it from the reverse angle, it was just inches away, and Vicario is a lucky boy over there. Otherwise, that ball would have been in the back of the net, and United would have been on equal terms. So once again, we can see that United are trying their very best to get as much as close they can to the goal. And right now, it is Casemiro spraying that ball across towards Lenny Yoro. Lenny Yoro once again on the ball, pressing it towards Mazraoui. Mazraoui playing it to Amad Diallo, who's been really good in the first half. Back to Lenny Yoro. Casemiro switching it to Dogu. Dogu right now comes into Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw into Mason Mount. Mason Mount brilliant. Once again inside the box and he tries to do something. But Tottenham really doing excellent job on him. Three players on top of him. He couldn't get away from them. And he tried his very best to keep hold of the ball. Trying to find Hoyland in that center circle. But you have to give credit to Poro over there. He was trying to create this extra buffer in between him and the goal. So that was really cool defending by Poro. Once again, Richarlison trying to win that ball. Lenny Yoro once again trying to take the control of the ball, giving it to Amad Diallo on the right. Now Amad Diallo needs to do something here. He once again takes the ball on towards Udogie. And once again, Richarlison helping his teammate out over there. Gives it to Bruno. Bruno to Lenny Yoro. Lenny Yoro lays it to Maguire. Maguire gives it to Luke Shaw. Now they should be a cross coming in. Brilliant block by Tottenham. Now Tottenham pressing the ball ahead. But Onana comes out and gets to the ball. Tottenham have got 96 passes. Manchester United with a total of 241 passes. I mean, I can't believe my eyes what I'm watching right now. And once again, this is really good. Hoyland! And that was a really cool pass by Mason Mount on the left-hand side, trying to find Hoyland. And Hoyland coming close over there, but Vicario was pretty quick in order to get to the ball. And that is a close one for United. There was a deflection of Romero, and that is the reason why Hoyland couldn't get there in time. And once again, United fans really eager to get back in this game. It's 60 minutes, 27 seconds. Ruben Amorim, still no sign of any changes from the bench. He is having some faith on these 11 players on the pitch. I think he has to make a change right now. I think that's what I believe. He should have done that in 55th minute, but I don't know, for some reason he's sticking to the same game plan. Will it bring any fruit? That is the case yet to be seen. Will it help his case? We need to see that as well. But anyway, right now, once again, ball being played forward, comes in towards Casemiro, being pushed forward in towards Bruno, a misplaced pass. Now Tottenham around the counter attack. It looks like it's Brennan Johnson taking on the likes of Dogu, and Dogu with a brilliant defending over there. And Brennan Johnson is losing his temper over there. He thinks that it should have been a foul, but the ref says no, and he gives it as a goal kick. I think looking at the replay, it was. And once again, right now, Dogu with the cross end comes into Amad Diallo, takes his touch, and he loses the ball. I think that was an error by Amad Diallo. But anyway, right now, it looks like it is Udogie. Is that Udogie? He has got Solanke, plays it in Solanke. Solanke's touch let him down. Harry Maguire, and that is, wow. I think Tottenham have just made an error over there, right there. Because if they would have capitalized, they could have gone 2 goals up. And for some reason, I think Solanke's touch let him down. It was a brilliant ball by Udogie. You have to give it to him. It was a really good ball by him. I mean, this is the case, everybody's saying now that, it should be some movement on the bench, but we're not seeing any kind of movement. We haven't seen anything happening on the bench. It's 63 minutes. Amrim should change with the game plan, guys. I mean, it's really not helping United at all. They need to come up with a game plan. It's not looking good for United. They really need to do something over here. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night. And Amrim, once again, he should be doing better. And for some reason, I think it's not being effective. I mean, a goal can come in any second. It can be United, it can be Spurs, but United need to keep this pressure on Tottenham. And once again, Dogu being closed down. Is Casemiro looking for option. Gives it to Maguire. Now, there are plenty of people in that zone where you can see Tottenham players are not trying to close down Bruno. And Lenny Yoro once again showing his case. Now, is he injured? Because he was caught late over there. And once again, ball comes into Amad Diallo. Amad Diallo trying to beat Richarlison. Richarlison defending like as if he's Ashley Cole plus Roberto Carlos fused into one world class left back. And he is really, really helping the likes of his teammates as Udogi on that left flank. I mean, wow. Sometimes, these players, they do surprise you. And Richarlison certainly is one of them for tonight. Maybe his only chance to win a trophy with Tottenham. And they're approaching this final as if it's the most important game in their season. It should be. It should be. Anyway, a throw-in comes in for Tottenham. So let's see what will happen. 15 votes in. Once again, guys, thank you very much for giving your votes in. It's 60% in favor of Manchester United, 40% in favor of Tottenham, which is really brilliant. And right now, it's Richarlison who's down on the ground. It looks like he is in pain. It looks like he is done. And right now, Tottenham fans, once again, quite happy with their team performance. And Richarlison is asking for a substitution because he thinks he's done. He's done for the night. It looks like he is not willing to continue anymore. And it looks like there's a break for some certain break. And right now, Amrim giving some instructions to Casemiro, and Casemiro taking down some instructions over there. There should be a change for United coming in right now. United fans looking quite despair right there, and they should be because it's a very tense moment. They should be quite concerned. Once again, Spurs fans making a lot of noise. Richarlison being substituted, and Tottenham are bringing in Son, their captain, coming in right now, and Richarlison being substituted. This is going to be interesting. And Amad Diallo goes down on the ground. It'll be a free kick. So Richarlison going out, Son coming in. Once again, it is Dogu pushing that ball forward in towards Hoyland. Hoyland's being quite right now in the second half, but Dogu once again with the ball plays it to Amad Diallo. Amad Diallo being fouled. It will be a free kick. A yellow card comes out for Bissouma. A yellow card coming out for Bissouma for a foul on Amad Diallo. And 68 minutes coming up on the clock. Bruno with the overhead. I mean, there's a chance, and Holland scores almost. Ellen Yoroez is a goal. Oh my God, United. That was wow. Two chances, guys, in consecutive manner, and Manchester United were on the verge of getting an equalizer. Van de Ven making that clearance. United fans looking quite concerning. Wow, this game is going to be certainly interesting as the time passes by. I think Xerxes can be seen on the pitch. Yes, he can be seen on the sideline right at the bottom of my screen. And Garnacho as well. So, two attacking players coming on for United. And let's see who those two players are going to go out. I mean, Amad Diallo, come on, he needs to do better over there. I think Amad Diallo is done in terms of he can't run as he was doing in the first half, maybe due to the fact that he was injured and he has made himself available for this big game. And right now, Dogu on the left hand side. He's waiting, he's waiting. That's a good thing that he has done, controlling the ball. Luke Shaw, Maguire, Lenny Yoro, and right now it's Mazraoui. Mazraoui back to Lenioro. There's plenty of space in between the Manchester United players. I think there should be a combination of directness being put right now at this very moment. It's because United need to get an equalizer. If they don't, it's going to be really, really not good. And that is what we are watching right now as the time goes by. Mazraoui once again giving away a ball. And now it's Poro. Lenioro making that clearance. Udogi coming under that ball. Sun right now on it. Brilliant tackle by Amadialo Lenioro. It is Casemiro giving it to Mazraoui. Mazraoui to Casemiro. And the ref has blown the whistle. It'll be two changes coming in for United. Two changes coming in for United, guys. And let's see. First, it'll be Xerxes coming in for Hoyland. Manchester United making two changes. And Mason Mount. So Garnacho are in. Garnacho, Amadialo, Xerxes are going to be the attacking threats. Garnacho playing pretty close to Xerxes over there. I think Kobe Menu should be coming in as well. And for that reason, I think Amad Diallo should be taken off. But then the problem is who's going to play on the wing. So Garnacho now goes on to the very far left. And Dogu goes inside. Right now, Lenny Yoro once again on the ball. Is he looking for Garnacho? It's Xerxes giving it to Mazraoui. Mazraoui right now on the ball. Cross comes in and Bruno! Wow. That was, I think this was the closest one other than that Ahmad's chance, and it goes wide. The angle was a little bit hard because it was going low, and I think what Bruno could have done there was taken the touch and play it into the center. Anyway, let's see. United need to create this extra pressure. Maybe put Harry Maguire up front. Garnacho right now. Now United need to concentrate over here. The next 20 minutes are pretty important. United can't concede over here because if they do concede, then I think it's done. Because so far United have tried their very best to break down Tottenham. So far they haven't been able to, so they need to be careful. And once again, Garnacho being challenged by Bentancur. And Garnacho needs to be at his very best. I think he needs to show that why is he being praised as the next special talent. Brilliant control by Garnacho. Cross comes in and Vicario gets the ball. I think there will be plenty of chances between right now and till the end of the game. But would we be seeing any goals? That is the case that we need to see. Right now, Bruno, Xerxes. Bruno once again, brilliant ball in. Xerxes was fouled over there. Nobody in the center for United. Dogu and Garnacho. A corner kick coming in. Xerxes was fouled over there. Once again, guys, you can clearly see that United are trying their very best. But so far, Tottenham have done brilliantly in terms of keeping United shut. And right now, Bruno is about to take this corner kick. Corner kick comes in. Amad Diallo on the rebound. Plays it to Bruno. Bruno tries to find Ahmad. Ahmad, he wins another corner kick. 75 minutes, United fans looking quite anxious over there. Bruno to take this corner kick. He needs to take this corner kick a little bit good. So far, the corner kicks being taken are not that good. And everybody misses it. Comes into Luke Shaw. And once again, Tottenham doing brilliantly over there in terms of defending. Once again, brilliant ball by Mazraoui to Bruno. And Casemiro couldn't get to the ball. Now it's a breakaway. It's Son, Udogi, and Dogu. Brilliant tackle, winning the ball over there. Is Bruno Fernandes once again giving it to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw right now playing that ball on towards Garnacho. Now Garnacho needs to do something over here. He needs to show his brilliance. And brilliant ball in. And Luke Shaw being fouled over there. What? What? Huh? What was that? Dogu tackle on Son was really brilliant. Let's have a look at that Luke Shaw's. He was clearly taken out by Poro over there. And how come that's not been a foul? He's given a goal kick. The ref's been mad over there, man. It's like complete madness. It should be it should have been, a free kick, but anyway, it's going to be a goal kick, guys. So anyway, long ball comes in. And right now Lenny Euro once again on the ball. Let's see what can he do. Luke Shaw. Garnacho needs to do something here, man. He is the real difference maker if he can show his best. I mean, what kind of ball was that back to Casemiro? I mean, Casemiro was on the verge of losing that ball, and that could have been pretty good for Tottenham because there were about three players who could have been on the break. So Lenny Yoro once again giving it to Amad Diallo. You can see the movement for Tottenham is pretty good because they have kind of marked those areas where they see when the ball comes to a United player in that zone, there are like four Tottenham players chasing that ball, which makes it hard to move that ball into the zone where Xerxes and Bruno are. And once again, United, Luke Shaw, Casemiro. That was pretty poor ball by Casemiro, and it's going to be a throw in. We are entering into another zone. I think Kobe Manu should be coming on right now. I mean, they have to bring on someone. The case is who should they take off? I think Amad Diallo should be taken off, and they should bring on Kobe Manu. Because then what you can do is you can put Dogu, you can put Dogu on the left, and then you can put Garnacho on the right. Leniero, Casemiro comes into Maguire. Maguire right now on the ball. Let's see what can he do. Passing it back to Lenny Yoro. Lenny Yoro going forward, giving it to Mazraoui. Amad Diallo on the right side of the pitch. Cannot get an angle for a cross, but Casemiro does. The ball goes out for a throw-in. Dogo and Garnacho in their positions. Garnacho receives the ball, sprays it to Casemiro. I think Zirkzee needs to come a little bit deeper. Lenny Yoro to Amad Diallo. Amad Diallo trying to go in. Comes into Casemiro. Casemiro with the low, subtle cross. And Maguire, Casemiro, Lenny Yoro. Lenny Yoro right now giving it to Amad Diallo. Mazraoui trying to keep hold of the ball. And it will be a throw-in for Manchester United. Comes into Ahmad. Ahmad needs to put a cross in. Cross comes in. Zirkzee, but kept out by Van de Ven. And right now, Sri Lanka once again trying to win the ball. Maguire gets the ball, gives it to Lenny Yoro. Lenny Yoro right now giving it to Mazraoui. Mazraoui back to Lenny Yoro. Lenny Yoro needs to spread it to the left-hand side of the pitch rather than playing on the very far right, giving it to Maguire. Now Maguire needs to should give it to, he's going to give it to Casemiro back again. Once again, ball being moved onto the right-hand side of the pitch. Now Amad Diallo's got plenty of space in front of him. Comes into Mazraoui. And Tottenham trying to defend it. Lenny Yoro chasing that ball back on the rebound. And right now, he is going forward. Puts across it. And nobody was across. Now Garnacho trying to recover the ball on the very far left. Garnacho once again trying to beat Porro. Sprays it into Bruno. Bruno trying to find his left foot, but gives it to Garnacho. Garnacho with a low cross, kept out by Bissouma. Right now comes into Luke Shaw. We are entering into the 81st minute of the game. Once again, it is Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw giving it to Dogu on the left-hand side of the pitch. Dogu right now bringing that ball in, coming into Maguire. It's Tottenham who are just keeping back, and Garnacho with, you know, in terms of United, they have really played good. But now Tottenham are on the break, and Mazraoui, Lenny Yoro defending over there. 82nd minute now. I think for me, if you would ask me who's played better today, I would say Lenny Yoro and Dogu. They have been the really standout players for United. They have really done good in terms of what we were watching. And a very poor cross by United over there. Now Amorim is about to bring on some more changes. Now who will be coming on? Just gonna have a quick look who will be coming on right now. We did see a movement behind Amorim, and I'm not gonna be shocked if it's going to be a player coming on for United. Dalot, it's Dalot. So Dalot is, I think Ahmad is going to be substituted. I think it's going to be now, everything is going to be based on crosses. Because if Dalot is coming in, it means there's going to be taking your chance, like throwing everything. So Lenny Yoro, Maguire, Luke Shaw. I think the cross should be coming on for Xerxes, but not a single cross has come on. Every cross which has been coming in is falling short. I mean, we can't even use Xerxes' height because Van de Ven, Romero, all of them, as well as Bissouma, quite tall in that zone. Maguire to Mazraoui. Mazraoui right now to Amad Diallo. Amad Diallo. Can he beat his man? Can he beat his man? Tries to go inside and he loses the ball. I think Amad is done. I think he's done. Now it is Udogi. If Tottenham think this carefully, and Xerxes will get a yellow card for a foul on Udogi. And 84th minute, 6 minutes remaining. And I think it's going to be a really, really poor final for United from every aspect, and Xerxes is being given a yellow card. So there you go, guys. Xerxes being shown a yellow card over there. Right. So Delo is coming on, and who's being substituted? Delo came on for who? Mazraoui. So Mazraoui is being substituted. It'll be Delo who will be coming on for him. Imagine if United does score over here, you know? I mean, it could change the whole context of the game. And if Tottenham score the goal, then that's it. But if United can, wow, that was pretty close. But anyway, United have got the ball. Delo to Lenny Yoro. Dogu, Amadialo, 86 minutes. Chance, Vicario gets the ball. Now, Harry Maguire is playing as the number 9, as he did. Remember that Harry Maguire goal against Lyon? That is the case right now in this very moment. Xerxes, Amadialo. Harry Maguire, and once again Romero. Manchester United getting yellow card over there. Now Kobe Menu comes on for United. United fans. And now Tottenham about to make 2, 3 changes. United on the verge of losing this Europa League final. Will be the, it's a case of So United are on the verge of the disastrous season ever in their history. I mean, they did get relegated long way back. I don't know what was it like at that given time, but in modern day history, as we are witnessing, I think this is the worst United we've ever seen. And so Tottenham on the verge of winning a European Cup. 7 minutes added on. It's Lindelof who's being shown a yellow card on the bench. Casemiro, Luke Shaw, Garnacho, Kobe Menu has been brought on. Amad Diallo, Xerxes, Delo with the cross in. Chance. And Harry Maguire was caught back over there. Harry Maguire did get his head on to the ball. I mean, I don't know what we'll be witnessing. We'll be witnessing a Tottenham winning a major trophy. And I think this is going to be second Europa League final loss for United. I think the last one was against Villarreal with Solskjaer. I think we saw that game. It was around COVID, and it was a penalty shootout. I think 14, 15 shootouts or 10 shootouts. I don't remember exactly, but that was the one which United lost against Villarreal. And yeah, so United on the verge of another Europa League loss, unless and until we see something which we have been witnessing for United in this European campaign. And now Lenny Yoro is putting this ball across. Now Amad Diallo needs to show his best case. I think he's tired. And once again, lays it back to Delo. I think he's tired. He's done. There should be a change coming in for him. Bruno is playing almost as the number 6. Is Garnacho. Puts across in to Xerxes. Tottenham defending. Comes into Bruno. Bruno once again trying to go with his outside of the boot cross. Now Bruno is pushing everything that he can. Amad Diallo with the cross in. Chance! Oh my god. That was the best cross of the game, but nobody could get to the end of it. That was the best cross of the game. And Bruno once again laying it to Lenny Euro. 3 minutes remaining. Tottenham on the verge of winning a European Cup. Delo with to Lenny Euro. Lenny Euro with the cross in. Tottenham once again pushing it away. Bruno. Garnacho. I mean, come on. That was a poor cross. Now Tottenham. Garnacho. Lenny Euro. Come on, Lenny Euro. You shouldn't be shooting from that distance. It was going to go into the crowd. And now Tottenham will have the ball. They're going to waste some time down. And Ange Postecoglou being criticized in the media and everywhere else is on the verge of winning a European trophy. Two minutes. Cross comes in. Amad Diallo chasing it down. Gets to the end of it. Delos getting for a cross. I think that's a poor cross to the far end. And chance for United. And United is being brought down. Is there a penalty? Come on, ref. That should be a penalty. Bruno once again. Lenny Euro. 1 minute remaining. Last minute remaining. Tottenham on the verge of winning a European trophy. I mean, what a final this has been. Chances after chances, but not clear chances. Pretty poor from both of the teams. Not a very good final to watch, but it is what it is. And a chance! What a save by Vicario. And you have to give credit to him, the way he stopped that. Lenny Euro right now. Bruno. Amad Diallo testing it down. Delo with the cross in. Zirkzee comes into Delo. Corner kick coming in. Last action of the game, perhaps. Luke Shaw with the header of all the people. Onana also coming in for the last corner kick. Chance, and it goes wide. That's it. Tottenham on the verge of winning this final, winning a European trophy, Europa League. It's gonna be ending anytime right now, guys. Waiting for the ref. Casemiro with the bicycle kick and hitting the side net. Tottenham about to win this. That's it, guys. Tottenham have done it. They have won. It truly is the worst time. I mean, the worst ever United performance in the European Cup final. That is true. And So there you go, guys. Tottenham are the Europa League winners. There you go, guys. Liniero gave everything that he had on the pitch. Manchester United losing another Europa League final. And United will be without European competition next season. No European competition next season for United. Tottenham will get to play in Champions League, guys. I mean, if you want to have something, you can have that. Tottenham will get to play in the Champions League, and wow, 16th in Premier League and playing in Champions League. That is something else. And Richarlison is, there you go, guys. Tottenham have got the trophy. It's a case that we discussed before the game that, United was 17th, and the way they managed this European campaign in this Europa League competition, it was sometimes, you tend to think that should they be in this competition? I mean, that Leon game, that was really, really, I think, one of my best watch-alongs that I've done. The Bilbao game was okay, uh, but that Leon game was truly special. And I think that's the only positive that you can take out from the season for United. Whereas Tottenham, they're going to get to play in Champions League next season. They have a chance to change things around and restart again. For United, it's a case of now who you're going to sell. Will United accept a bid for Bruno Fernandes from Saudi Arabia? 120 million, 150 million, whatever that may be. Will United accept a bid for Garnacho? Will United try to sell the likes of Hoyland, Zirkzee? I mean, some uncertain futures. What about Rashford? What about Sancho? What about Anthony? There's lots of question marks for United. Whereas Tottenham, they have lots of question marks as well. But at least now they can think, you know what, we are in Champions League. Our season was truly one of the worst seasons that we also remember, even in Tottenham's history as well. But at least they have a clean slate next season. They're going to be in Champions League. They're going to be in the Premier League, and they can restart again. They can do some sales. They can get rid of some of the players which they don't think are good enough. They can bring in a pretty good number nine. They can bring in many players in. Like for example, if they sell like three or four players, they can bring in three good quality players. They'll be good. But whereas for United, everything starts from now because you've seen the newspapers that they were linking the likes of Gyökeres. If United would have won the Europa League, it was expected that Gyökeres would have been joining United instead of Arsenal. But now, United will have to take some hard action in terms of hard decisions, because we're going to bring that money because you're not going to be in any European competition. They're not going to be more revenue coming from these kind of games. And the football, you know, even Amorim tactics, is going to be questioned. It has been questioned in the media. I mean, the likes of Roy Keane, the likes of Jamie Carragher. They're not impressed by what Amorim tactics have been. And from United perspective, the fans tend to say that, you know what, it's because Amorim haven't got the players the way he wants to implement his 3-4-3 system. I do agree on that, but I think that United have seen the same thing which happened under Eric Ten Hag, because everybody was expecting that under Eric Ten Hag, United would have some sort of identity similar to the one that Eric Ten Hag had in Ajax, but he wasn't able to get that kind of style in United when he was there. And it looks like it seems like that similar thing happening to Amorim. And from that perspective, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, Glazers, they would be looking on to the likes of Jason Wilcox, Omar Barada, and asking them, what do you guys think? Do you think that Amorim is the man? Do you think that we should get rid of Amorim and see if we can get somebody else? I think Dan Ashworth is going to be enjoying this moment right now, because remember, he was the one who suggested the likes of Gareth Southgate, Graham Potter. Although I don't agree with those kind of appointments, I don't think so. Gareth Southgate or Graham Potter are good enough. I, on the other hand, think that United, if they went in for Amrim, and what we're watching right now, these current players under Amrim, they're not good enough. So let's say if United do sell the likes of Bruno Fernandes, they sell Rashford, they sell Anthony, they sell Sancho by any miracle, they sell Garnacho, and they're able to raise around maybe 200 plus in terms of money, and then they go into the transfer market and try to get at least 7 or 8 players, and those 7, 8 players would be in a combination of being the choices from Wilcox, Omar Berrada, as well as Ruben Amorim. I still think that won't be enough next season, and it will take a lot, because when you see United, you can see a pattern over there. I mean, I've been quite surprised the amount of passes that United have been making with these personnel in the team, as well as the chances in the final third, which are not that good. It's similar kind of thing that we watched under Louis van Gaal, because when it came to the final third, United weren't good enough. Even though they had the likes of Di Maria, they had Wayne Rooney, it wasn't good enough. And I think that it would be the same case. So imagine if United get Cunha, okay, from Wolves, and they get Cherki from Lyon, because Gyökeres is going to be impossible for me. I think Gyökeres is going to be impossible for me. I don't think so. Gyökeres is going to be possible anymore. I think he's going to go to the Arsenal. And with Cunha and Cherki, I don't think so it's enough for United. So for me, if you would ask me, I think United are in a pickle. And I think United need more, because with this system, United, I think what they need is, if you would ask me, I think United need at least 3 good midfield players. Because in this system, you need to have some sort of connection between defense and the forward line. And the kind of players profile that we have in this club right now, I don't see any. I think Kobe Menu is a kind of player who needs a supportive player, not like Bruno Casemiro, not even like Ugarte. He needs someone like who is technically superior in terms of keeping the ball and dictating the play. Ugarte can't dictate the play. Casemiro can't dictate the play. Bruno Fernandes certainly can't dictate the play, because Bruno Fernandes' position is such a position that he has to be near the goal. Otherwise, if he's playing deep, then you're wasting his talent. So you need to have a player who can dictate the play. And for such a long time, United haven't got a player like that. It's been quite a while that we've seen anyone who used to dictate play from the middle. Remember, United brought in Paul Pogba from Juventus for 80 million. Even him, he couldn't do it. And United have been bringing in so many players in that position. Schweinsteiger, Schneiderlin. I mean, there were some purchases as Matic, but nobody dictated play. Whoever came in that position wasn't able to dictate play, and for some reason, it looks to me that United have been always shy in terms of bringing in a player who would dictate the play in the middle. As long as they don't address that position, United will be always struggling. So they need to get two or three players in that kind of position, and then you can look in what do you need up front. I'm sure that if you would ask me, I think United need at least two world-class strikers. But before they do that, they need to address the midfield because there's no combination. I mean, if I would say Ogate, Casemiro, and Kobe Menu, is that going to work? How is it going to work? I don't think so. I think that Casemiro is done. He shouldn't be at United anymore. Ogate and Kobe Menu, they are not number six. They're not even number eight. They're not even number 10. What they are is a hybrid of six and eight. And what it tends to do is it's basically similar to a player that we used to have at our club. And that player was Ander Herrera. And I remember Paul Scholes at that time, and he questioned this that I've never understood the role of Ander Herrera. And Ander Herrera was a player when he was brought from Athletic Bilbao at that given time. Everybody was excited because everybody thought that, you know what, we've got a very good player on our hands who's going to be technically superior. He's going to hold the ball, he's going to dictate the play. But that wasn't the case. He was more of a Scott McTominay kind of player, better than Scott McTominay. But he was a runner. And we were pretty much disappointed when we had Ander Herrera. So when you ask me, Ogate and Kobe Mainu, they are not something that you can expect to do for United. Now, if you would ask me what kind of player profiles should United be targeting, I think they need to get someone who is pretty good in number six role. Like you have to break the bank to get that kind of player. And as long as you don't do that, United will be always struggling. You can bring in any manager, Eric Ten Hag, Ruben Amorim, any other manager. As long as you don't have that number six, proper number six, and then proper two midfielders who can work in a combination, then only United can click. Otherwise, we'll keep on seeing this again and again, and it's a vicious cycle. It's a very vicious cycle for United. And as we have seen that if this continues for a longer period, United are already losing on that commercial front. They're not going to have that European competition money anymore. So I think it's pretty poor from United. And everything falls on Omar Berrada and Jason Wilcox now. Because those two will be the people who will be questioned. And they are the football decision makers. So that is the case. And hopefully, we'll get to see that now. The European trophy ceremony is about to take place. The VIP people are coming up on stage, the important personnel, the UEFA president, the club executives. You can see Levy over there. And the cup is being put on the trophy stand. Sir Jim Ratcliffe standing over there. You can see his face. He's not happy. Damien Levy, on the other hand, is quite happy. United fans in the stands over there. Tottenham fans are going to be celebrating. They're in quite joyous mood. Madison wearing the kit now, joining in the celebration. 42 votes in, 69% in favor of United, 31% in favor of Tottenham. And you can see both sets of fans watching from the stand over there. United fans dejected. Tottenham fans, they're quite jubilant. They're in a joyous mood. Now the refs are making their way to collect their medals. I think today's performance by the ref was pretty poor from the standard. I mean, he was in a way kind of endorsing the advantage perspective in football, because whenever we see those kind of fouls, it's kind of advantage given and the continuous of play is being encouraged. But for some decisions, I thought maybe the things that he should have addressed, but he didn't. Anyway, the refs have collected their medals, and looks like it'll be United coming on to collect their losers medal. So Bruno Fernandes leading the lineup over there. And let's see their sad faces. I think Ericsson is going to be in his last United. I think he might get to play in the Premier League game. That might be his last. And Casemiro collecting Mazarawi. I think for me, it was Lenny Yoro who was standout performer alongside Dogu. If I have to pick one from those two, my vote is going to go for Lenny Yoro. I think we really have got a solid defender on our roster, and I think if Heaven comes back healthy, those two are going to be the real key in this rebuild of Manchester United. Uh, I think United still need to get rid of players. I mean, there's so many players. I think they should get rid of Lindelof. Mason Mount, I don't think so, is working for United. Collier needs to be shipped out, not good enough. De Ligt, we really need him once he comes back. Lindelof should be sold. Eriksen is going to leave. Casemiro should be sold, but for some reason we can't find somebody who's interested in him. Garnacho receiving his loses medal. Lisandro Martinez, and now Amrim. He gets his medal and he's going to walk out. Maguire, who's been really brilliant since Amrim has joined the club. I mean, he has really turned his United career. Still has got those errors in him, but I think that captaincy thing, when he was the captain of United, it was kind of really playing on him. And now Tottenham players really excited to get on to this stand over there and getting their winners medal. Regulon, Angie Postecoglou getting his European medal over there. What a career he has had, the Australian manager, managing Japan as well as many other countries. But right now, winning the European medal is going to be another important addition in his CV. And you can see Klinsmann, who did play for the North London club over there, really in jubilant mood, really excited. And Archie Gray receiving his medal, Ben Davies. So looks like Son is going to be the one who will be staying at the end. I think, if you would ask me, I think it's a case of what can happen next season. Many things can happen. It's just a wait and watch kind of thing. But there certainly is going to be some questions being asked for United now. I think the media is going to come strong on Amram. I think he's going to have a hard time. And I don't know what Wilcox or Berrada are thinking. I'm sure that Jim Ratcliffe will have some things on his mind as well. He has seen what he has seen. And I think they're going to go back on the drawing board and see if they would want to continue with Amarim. I'm sure they will discuss about this. And right now, almost all of the Tottenham players have received their medals. It's Bentancur, Romero, and Son in the last three. And I think the medals are finished. So Son is not going to receive any medal. There are no more medals for the winning team, and Son is just going to receive the trophy. The trophy is the thing that matters. So there are four players who didn't receive any medals. The medals are finished, and Son is about to lift the trophy. And yes, they have done it. Tottenham are the Europa League winners. Where are the fireworks? No fireworks? No poppers? And now the staff joining in, and now the poppers have been released late. And Son Rare celebrating with his team. So congratulations to Tottenham. And once again, guys, I would like to thank each one and every one of you who have tuned in with Football Gupshup. I'm sure there'll be plenty of talk happening as well. We're just going to wait till the end of the season. We're going to do this live transfer talk as well. We're going to do that one as well. We tend to do that in summer. And I'm sure that you guys will be tuning in for those ones. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. We tend to do these watch alongs every now and then. We're going to do the Champions League. Remember, Inter Milan, PSG. That game is coming up. We'll be doing certainly that one. And I'm sure that you guys will be tuning in for that game. So, Tottenham winning the Europa League, a team which was 16th in the Premier League, won against a team which was 17th in the Premier League. And Tottenham will get to play in the Champions League. What an end to the season. And I'm sure they're going to do that open bus parade. Timo Werner also celebrating. So is Ange Postecoglou lifting the cup over there. What it means to him. So once again, guys, I would like to thank each one and every one of you for tuning in. I'm going to end the poll right here. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Have a nice one, guys. Take care. Have a nice one.